morning, guys. Sorry about my morning hair. I decided to do a different angle just to kind of mix things up. And I'm going to try and keep this brief. Today's word is inspire. And I kind of was curious about how they were going to go from motivate to inspire. And it's interesting how, I like how they pinpointed the difference between something that's motivating versus something that's inspiring. Something that's motivating is something that pushes you to go and do something that you may or may not want to do. Hopefully something positive. For example, if a lion is chasing you, that is motivation to run. Something like pushes you. Inspiring, I feel like, is more like something that pulls you. For example, like a little girl watching someone on stage singing, and she's like, I want to be a singer just like that. Like, that is something that's inspiring. Something that's inspiring can be motivating, like, for example, like I went to school for graphic design. I want to be a graphic designer. That is something that I love doing. It's something that's very, very useful nowadays. I went for school. I'm still paying loans for it, so it's something that I feel like I should be doing. But I wasn't as successful as I expected to be right out of college, and I'll be honest, I felt like I hit a brick wall, and then I just gave up. I was like, this is where I am, this is what I'm going to do. And that has been my life for the last 5 years. Last 5 years-ish. 4 years. 4 years. We'll go 4 years. And I just didn't have enough time because work and everything. But I feel like now that I'm married, that Jared has a job in his field, we have a place of our own. Everyone is healthy and good. And I'm mentally reaching that state of where I feel like I can take on more. I'm not completely over like anxiety and being overwhelmed about things, but like I'm at that state where I feel like I can take a chance in doing something for good. I've also been questioning especially because I'm reaching that 5-year cast member pin goal here in about a year or so. I'm like, well, what do I want to do next? And I don't know where I want to go in my cast member career. I know I want to continue to do that, whether I'm seasonal, part-time, or whatever, but I don't know where I want to go from where I currently am, or if there's anything else that I desire to do. But graphic design is something that I would love to do on the side, even after I'm a stay-at-home mom, or seasonal cast member, full-time mom. And so that is something that I've been trying to get myself to go into again, but I just, again, felt like, why? I'm not good enough. I don't have time to go back to school and study or anything. So one thing that they did for Motivate yesterday was make a motivation list. And this is something I didn't vlog about, mostly because I didn't do it until later in the evening. Let me pull out my journal real quick. And my motivational list. I want to pursue my passions, feel strong, be confident, do more of what I love daily, and create. Then I put under here, imagine yourself doing these things when you wake up, when you're working out, when you're meditating, when you're winding down. And then at the bottom it says, if not now, when? And it's very, very true. If not now, then when? And I love that they chose motivate and then inspire, because that's like my motivation to go into, like I said, create. I love creating things, whether it's a song, whether it's food. Like, I just love creating things and being artistic in that sense. It's probably why I love the arts festival so much. Today's book didn't really have a whole lot of things to do, or challenges. It was more of a lot of quotes and things that kind of inspired you to follow your motivation list. But there were a couple things that I liked. One thing that Katrina from Tone It Up said is, your vibe is your most powerful quality. The vibe that you bring is what you will receive. Your vibe attracts your tribe. It's basically what you put into life is what you're going to get. Same thing with like being a cast member, you know, putting all that work into it, that's what I'm going to get back. Be a reflection of who you would like to receive, what you would like to receive. And that's by Kristen Butler. And then the one thing that you have that nobody else has is you. Your voice, your mind, your story, your vision. So write and draw and build and play and dance and live as only you can. Like I said, I do have training for graphic design. I went to school for 4 years. I know how to do it. And I know that's a profession that's constantly changing, but that doesn't mean that I can't keep up. And I just have to put in the baby steps. It's like what I say when I'm working out. Baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. I can't jump into, you know, running 6 miles right off the bat. I can't jump into doing, you know, weight lifts for a long period of time. Same thing with yoga. I sucked at yoga when I started. But I've grown so much since I've started taking those baby steps. Same thing with eating healthy. And trying new things like with that. Like, it takes baby steps to get to where you want to go, and if you don't start now, then when? So my goal for today is to go on Pinterest and, like, one of the things that I wrote down, I can't remember where I wrote down my list, it's somewhere, is to go on Pinterest, look at what digital products that they have, because digital projects are a great place to start with graphic design. Look what's needed, look what, you know, is popular. Design something similar of your own, design all these different options and put them out there for, you know, a low price on Etsy. See what works, see what doesn't work, and then take what those are and make them better and do the same thing all over again. And just continuing to do that until I find what works or what's popular. And I do have a couple of ideas of things that I've been looking at that I personally have been looking for, like free downloads and stuff like that. So anyway, that is all I wanted to say. I may actually make this a separate vlog because I've been talking for 7 minutes. I guess just to kind of end on, like, I have just really been, because, like, I know one dream of mine is I do want to have children. I do want to have kids, and I want to be a stay-at-home mom. Whether or not I'm working seasonal or not, because Jared and I joke around about how I will never be able to leave Disney World. And I think that's part of the reason why I've been afraid to go into graphic design, because it's like, well, what if I succeed and I have to move away? Like, it's one thing if we have to move away for Jared's job. It's another thing if I have to move away for my profession. I have to choose between 2 loves, my love of Disney and my love of art. And even though that's what I went to school for, and I loved design. I did all design classes my senior year of college, and that was the best year of my college career. I loved it so much, just designing and coming up with ideas and just talking about art with my classmates, and then looking at their work and being inspired by their work. And it's, again, that's why I love the Festival of the Arts at Disney. Like, I'm so glad that they did that. And so I just want to, I want to motivate you to think of close your eyes and picture yourself as, like, a successful person. What is success to you? What does it look like to you in your life, you know? And, like, what do you need to do to get to there? What baby steps, small goals. That's my biggest thing that I've had to do in life in general, is make baby goals that I can accomplish, that I can get to, and you just take one little step, and then you take another baby step and another baby step, and you keep taking those baby steps, and by the time you know it, you've reached where you want to go. And failure is an option. And we learn from our failures, and you have to move on from that. And I constantly say that, but I'm horrible at taking that advice. But yeah, I just encourage you guys to follow and pursue your dreams, whatever they dream big. You know, come up with all these different, growing up, I wanted to be everything. I wanted to be, you know, a graphic designer. I wanted to be a songwriter. I wanted to be an author, write books. That's also something that I want to do one of these days. I wanted to work at Disney. I wanted to be a mom, you know, and a lot of those things I can do as a mom, but if I don't start working on them now, I'm definitely not going to do it when I have kids, because they are going to be my first priority. I'm sure all you moms out there can, you know, attest. My mom has this big craft room that in the basement that I remember she used to do all the time, and then she kind of slowly fell out of it. So, and I know that how she used to be a professional nail technician. She loved doing nails, and she rarely gets to do it anymore. And it's sad, and I know she's happy where she is, and she's happy, you know, being a mom, taking care of myself. Well, not me as much. Anyway, I'm rambling now, but anyway, I didn't plan on this being a whole vlog. I wanted to very quickly go over the book for chapter today, and then I was going to show you my inspiring space. I guess this is kind of a sneak peek of my office. This is one section, but I will, in another vlog that I'm going to film in just a moment, kind of go over my inspiring space and why I love this space so much, and why it means so much to me to have my own space, my own little corner, where I can go and not necessarily not be bothered, because Jared pops in along with the cat every once in a while, but like a place that I can go into that instantaneously gives me a feeling of empowerment, and that I can do whatever I need to, whether it is rest, whether it is work out, whether it is create, or just take on the day. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching these vlogs. I've had such an interesting flux of subscribers lately. So I've had a lot of people unsubscribe, I've had a lot of people subscribe, so hey, if you're still here and you're still watching, thanks for still watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day, guys.